Hey everyone, welcome back to Nova Pain and Rehab Center. So in today's video, we're going to talk about a couple simple and easy movements you can do to help correct your posture. Now, in practice, many of the conditions we see are not traumatic. They're not slips and falls. There are people who sit at their computer all day and develop problems with their neck and upper back, which then turn into bigger problems, especially if they're very athletic. So we're going to give you some simple movements today. Some of them require some bands and some very inexpensive pieces of equipment. Others you can do at the office. And for most of these, you can probably figure a way out just with some movements how to replicate these. Okay. So the first one we're going to do is working on shoulder transition, working on basically bringing the shoulders back. There are two muscles in the back of the shoulder, two rotator cuff muscles that do what we call external rotation. Typically when we test these muscles, they're very, very weak because of the forward transition of the shoulder. So this movement is called an external rotation of the shoulder, and the goal is to retract the shoulders back in this position. So what I always like to do is grab something to keep the elbow out. You want to make sure you're pushing the elbow in. We're going to use this TheraBand. This is a red TheraBand, a light TheraBand. I'm going to wrap this around. So for this movement, I'm at about 45-degree angle to the band. All of my rotation should be through my shoulder. So as I rotate my hand back, I'm actually pushing my elbow into this block, and that allows an isolated movement of the muscle. Now, as you notice, I'm not really going that far. This is about as far as I can go, and I can really feel it at the back of my shoulder. An incorrect way to do it is this. Okay, with this, I'm using my arm and my upper shoulder to do the movement. Again, pressing the elbow down, really extending the shoulder back, holding that position, and then releasing. And if you do it correctly, you're going to feel it in the back of your shoulder. Okay, definitely on both sides. People tend to have more issues on their dominant side, which is usually the right side, but you always want to try to do especially this movement bilaterally. Okay, so the next movement we're going to do is called an upright row. And so this movement, we're coming back in this line, this plane, trying to bring both the arms and again the shoulders back into this position. So what we're going to do is we're going to work a number of muscles in the back. The two primary muscles are the rhomboid muscles, which are the muscles in between the shoulder blades and the spine, and the other muscles called your posterior serratus muscles, which also help to internally rotate your shoulder blades, assisting in bringing your shoulders back. Okay, so I'm going to use this therapy ball and a blue TheraBand, which is going to offer a little bit more resistance. This one's tied together to our exercise device on the wall. So the key with this movement is to make sure that everything stays in the same plane, the same line. I'm not pulling down here. This is working lower lats. I'm making sure my elbow stays up and everything's going the same plane. So I'll get a decent grip. Okay, I have decent tension through here. First movement, I'm retracting the shoulder blades back. Second movement, pulling this back, keeping the elbows up. People tend to want to come back and do this. Okay, different muscle group. Or they'll come back in here. The key with this is keeping the elbows up. Everything stays in the same line. Really getting that full pull. Contracting those muscles, holding that, and slowly releasing back again. High row. Goal is to retract the shoulders. Okay, so the next one we're going to do, we're going to get to two stretches now. This stretch is called a prayer stretch. Probably the most common stretch that we use for any upper body, upper extremities in physical therapy. Very simple movement. You can use a bed, you can use a desk, you can use a chair, anything that gets you up probably about 3 feet with this. The goal with this is extension of the shoulders. So we're going to extend the shoulders and stretch the latissimus dorsi muscles out. So the way I would get into this is I'm going to come in, I'm going to lean into the ball, tuck my head down, and push my shoulders towards the floor. Hold that for about 5 to 8 seconds. I'm going to come up, and then I'm going to roll into it and do the same thing. And then back up again. Now if you're on a fixed piece of furniture, you can always take your knees back, curl back this way to get into the same position. Okay, you should feel it all the way down through here and a little bit in the front of the shoulder. That's called the prayer stretch. Okay, so last one we'll show you is working on stretching these big muscles here called your pectoralis major muscles. These muscles attach to the clavicle, the collarbone, and also insert into your shoulder. So when these muscles are tight or short, this is going to be the position through here. Okay, that's not a good position as far as posture goes, and certainly not for the muscles in your back. So what we're going to try to do by stretching this is going to open this up in the back. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 stretches today and 2 exercises. Goal being bringing the shoulders back up. These are simple things to do. You can do these throughout the day. So let's get into the last one. Okay, so this one, the easiest way is, is a door frame. Everyone can use this one. Arm is bent to a 45-degree angle. I'm going to step into the 90-degree angle, I'm sorry. Step into this, same foot goes forward, and I'm going to rotate my body away from the arm. Hold that for about 5 to 8 seconds. Come back off, shake it off again. Good. Again, come back up, 90 degrees, and step back. Okay, I'm feeling the pull all the way down through my entire pec. The mistakes I see people do with this is they'll step with the wrong foot. You can't stretch this way. You're not going to get much of a stretch. Your torso does not allow enough rotation. You want to step with the same foot, and you want to rotate away as you stretch. Okay, so that's going to do it for today. 4 easy movements to do to improve your posture, either at home or the workplace or in the gym. If you have any questions or concerns, any neck pain, headaches, shoulder pain associated with any ergonomics or workplace issues, you can always give us a call at our office. Our scheduling number is 703-376-3797. Thanks again. Have a great day.